Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy, and this is the number 4 review of series number 10. Series number 10 is non-premium pouches. So, as you just saw, it will be another TimberWolf product. It will be TimberWolf Mint. So let's take a look at the can. If you want to see more in depth on the cans, go to the first review of this series, which is the straight, and I go into it. The second and third reviews a little bit less, and I'll be cutting down even more for this review, okay? So it is an all plastic can with the stow and throw lid, used pouches. So basically your lid has a lid. All fairly self-explanatory. Royal blue, navy blue background. Pouches is clearly denoted. Going to the side, you have the triple branding and stipulated warning label. Up top in the middle is the website, which is TimberWolfSnuff.com. Pretty nice website. So, because they don't have any manufacturer's information on the side bands of this product, they have a sticker on the back that has all of that. So, up top, mint, and the fact that there are 15 pouches in this can. You then have 4 and 4 numeral and letter code. On this one, the first 4 digits is what you're going to be looking at, and first 4 letters and digits. So it is C149. That would be March 14th, 2019. I'm guessing that is a Best Buy date. All right. Then in the middle, TimberWolf, moist snuff pouches, barcode. The fact that this can is 0.82 net weight ounces, which is in line with Copenhagen and Skoal pouched products. And then going around here is all of the general information and who makes it. This is a product of the Pinkerton Tobacco Company of Owensboro, Kentucky. Okay, Pinkerton is a holding of Swedish Match, which is why you have catch lids on all their dip products, because Swedish Match, their big main trade is snus. So besides that, on that, going around the rim of that sticker, it's like, it's sale only allowed in the United States, underage sale prohibited. But you know what I have just thought of, and I didn't think about it before? I do not know offhand. I haven't been saying for any of these pouched TimberWolf reviews what the domestic count is. So I'm going to pull out 65. 65, which is, that's a pretty standard number for Pinkerton products. And I believe that was what the TimberWolf long cuts were. So I'm going to crack into this. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to find, but... And I can't find... Oh, there we go. I've noticed on these can lids... last couple of reviews, I had a hard time finding the seam between the lid and the can to cut the band. And the lids on the sides actually come down farther. Usually you'd be like up there, it's down there. Okay. The other thing with these is I have to pop the lid because they're so sturdy they don't give any play, and I can't do a twist off. So we have, again, moisture, which I don't need to adjust my light for. Because of the catch lid, and the space for the used pouches, the top's inset, it compacts down on the product pretty hard. And that's why we get so much moisture on the lid. Strong mint smell coming off this. It's a good peppermint smell. I'm thinking it's leaning to the sweet side, but not to the extent of, let's say, Copenhagen mint. Show you the product in the can. Now, because the lid really compacts the pouches, you do get some very dark spots on the pouches where the tobacco has been pressed full force into the pouch material. The pouches themselves are okay size. I think they might be slightly, I'm not sure. They seem slightly smaller to me than Copenhagen and Skull products and the Grizzly too, but I could be off about that. They could be slightly longer and just a little thinner. No matter what, we're not talking about like a Skull Bandit size here. They're close enough to call full-size pouches. They are a regular white that has been stained by the tobacco inside. They are very moist again, as all these TimberWolf products have been. I'm going to fluff them up a little bit. So that's what you're looking at. I may do a comparison in the next video. I meant to do it on this one, but I sort of forgot. I got to go check and see if I have any Skull pouches left. And this is why I'm saying it's a natural staining. Do you see this end here? How it's white in that one little part. So I'm going to hit the pause button, and I will be back in a moment. And I am back. Okay. Another all-right product from TimberWolf and Pinkerton. You know, it's not... Basically, with these pouches, and I've been saying this in the other reviews too, they got by both complaints I have with TimberWolf. The number one complaint I have with TimberWolf in the long cut cans is the really, really bad plastic lids. Look, plastic lids can be made well, okay? Red Seal proves that. So does Husky to an extent. Speaking of Red Seal, these cans this way are actually a little bit bigger than a Red Seal can. Anyway, so they got rid of the regular crappy lids and got these stow and throws. And what the stow and throw does is it adds a lot of strength to the lid. And it does it without the stow and throw lid of the lid popping off. So that got rid of my main complaint with TimberWolf. Now, the other complaint I have with TimberWolf is the cut isn't the greatest. It is okay to pinch, but in the mouth, it flattens out and starts moving along the gum line. Sort of feels mushy, you know. Well, obviously, with a pouch product, that's not an issue either. So that's my number 2 issue. Third issue, I think, is just because of my locale and hopefully is not countrywide. I just realized I had this up front again. Hold on. In my area, I'm in a metropolitan area of the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic. They are pricing this all sorts of goofy depending what the store is. In Walmart's, it's pricing 25 to 30 cents higher than Grizzly. This is the long cut TimberWolf. I'm not sure about this because I got all these in via the mail. So Lord knows what they cost me. But, and then in Wawa's, if they do have a TimberWolf product, they're pricing them still along the lines of Grizzly. I'm like, what is going on? Because, I mean, Grizzly in my area, I'm in a metropolitan area, it's a little elevated itself. I get that part. I don't get the part where TimberWolf somehow passed it in price. So hopefully that is just particular to my personal situation and that's not, widespread. But if you can find any TimberWolf product priced, 25, 30, 40 cents under Grizzly, it's a brand definitely worth giving a try. Let me put it that way. It's not the strongest in nicotine, but it's there. I'll leave this in through the uploading process and whatnot. I don't feel an urge to do anything else. The Pinkerton products, with the exception of the Redman line, are safe enough. The Redman line's a little sketchy. It reminds me, taste-wise and smell-wise, of a couple other companies I will not, or brands rather, that I won't mention now. But besides that, the product's safe enough. There's nothing sketchy about it. The flavors are pretty good, with the exception of the natural. For my own personal tastes, it's not salty enough. But overall, I don't feel that the natural, the flavor's just not there. It doesn't come through for whatever reason. Everything else, though, flavor-wise, with the TimberWolf products, they're pretty good. They really are. They're pretty good. So this product itself, nicotine's there. It's going to be low. But, I mean, it's there. Flavor, good. It's mint, leaning sweet, but not as sweet as, let's say, Copenhagen mint. You don't have so much of a dark tobacco undertone to it, like, let's say, the Skoal Classic Mint or the Grizzly Premium Mint. All in all, it's a fairly good product. If you can get it priced right, you can't go wrong with this stuff. I mean, it's worth it if you can get it priced right. So, now I don't give ratings, as you know, but TimberWolf and this mint here, yeah, I mean, if you can get it priced a little bit under Grizzly, I'd definitely give it a try. Product doesn't have the highest nicotine. The mint, lean sweet, but not as sweet as Copenhagen. There's tobacco there in the background, but it's not as pronounced as, let's say, Skoal Classic or Grizzly regular mint. Definitely not the dark mint, but you can't get the dark mint in pouches. So, can is good. The only thing I have issue with is the lid is so sturdy I can't do a twist off, and I don't really have fingernails. Now, a lot of guys that like pop like this, you're not even going to notice an issue. It's an interesting can design. I'm not quite sure if the catch lid is really something we need, but it is different. It's interesting. The can looks pretty good. Their sticker layout with the bronze plastic, it's a appealing look. So if you see it in stores and it's priced right, I definitely give it a try. So this has been the review of TimberWolf mint pouches in the stow and throw can from Pinkerton Tobacco Company of Owensboro, Kentucky. I'd like to say hello and thank you to Dan Cullen. I got a notification for you. Thank you, sir. And in a comment section, Drew Agee popped up. I'm guessing you're a subscriber. Hello and thank you. Do check out, as always, Berg's Dip Reviews, Winnington Outdoors, Dirty Pat Walsh, Wayside Lee 83, Real Talk Studios, and snoozefreak.com. Also, there is No Bluff Buff. He's always got something going on. All right, so do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.